Hello, hello. So I have debated actually talking about this topic because everybody's talking about this topic right now and it's causing so much divide, and I know it's just a distraction and a way to divide us more. But as one of my best friends brought up to me the other day, although yes, it is a distraction and a way to divide us, why can't we have these conversations? Why is it that we have come to this place now where we can't have differences of opinions and still live amongst each other and be compassionate and honoring and have empathy for each other amongst our differences, right? So I am going to address this topic of my body, my choice. When I stood many times at many rallies holding a sign that said, "My body, my choice," I meant it. I meant it then, and I mean it now. And I know that's going to upset a lot of you within the freedom movement because a lot of you are religious and a lot of you seem to have an issue with the full meaning of my body, my choice. Now, before you start jumping on me, hear me out, okay? I do not believe that either the government or another, human being has control or say over another person's body and what they do to their body. That is their body, their choice. Now, does that mean that I agree with the things that they do to their body? No, it does not. Does that mean that I am going to stop sharing truths and information to help people see what's going on out there? No, I'm not. I'm going to continue that. I have gone down the road about what really happens with abortions and how they are using that, especially when you look at like long-term abortions for after the fact of a child actually being born. It is horrific. It is horrifying. I do not agree with them, but I do agree with my body, my choice. So yes, I will help people to understand and to see what the real truth and things that they are hiding are out there. But I do not have a say with somebody and their personal journey. I am not in their life. I do not know what is going on in their life. I'm also not the one that's going to have to live with that decision. Okay? I also know because way back when I was married and my husband and I were trying to have kids and we were struggling and couldn't have kids, we entered into the adoption realm, and I went down that, and wow, my eyes have been opened, and even more within these last 3 years about what happens and the child trafficking that happens within the adoption. So this, like my best friend said, it is a gray area. You can't just say this or that, because there are reasons when it comes to women's health that there may be a reason why that needs to happen. I have had a miscarriage, and I tried to let it go through my body naturally with homeopathy, and I landed out bleeding out and having to still have a D&C procedure in the hospital. I literally passed out from losing so much blood just before they took me into the operating room. That pretty much is an abortion that they had to do to me. Even though the baby had already passed, it still was a form of abortion, okay? So there are reasons medically why a woman may need to have them. Again, I don't know what is going on in somebody's life. It is not mine to say. It is not anyone else's to say. Like I said, do I agree with them on other than maybe for women's health? No, I don't, but just because I don't agree with something doesn't mean that I have say what you do in your body. Okay, so let's just remember that for all of my freedom fighting friends who were screaming, my body, my choice, and now you are attacking people who are still saying, my body, my choice, who've now jumped on that bandwagon. Which I find is funny, right? Because it's like, well, where were all you guys when, we were literally being kicked out of society, losing our jobs, being alienated, treated like we had the plague. My body, my choice was not an option then. All of a sudden now you are. That's a whole nother topic. Again, people, let's just remember, we do not have control over other people, okay? So you can disagree with what they are doing. You can do everything in your power to try to educate them and try to help them to see so that they may make, better choices in their life. But again, this is their journey, right? So we don't know what they agreed to, what their soul contract was before they reincarnated. We don't know that, right? So let's just get back to people living their own lives for themselves, dealing with their own consequences of the decisions that they make. And yes, I am still my body, my choice, your body, your choice. That does not mean that I agree with taking a life, but again, not mine to say for somebody else. So there we go. Come at me. I would love to hear your what you have to say on this. Keep it respectful. I hope that we can all have this type of conversation in an adult way, right? In a respectful way. We can disagree on this, but we can still be respectful and loving to one another. So if any of you would like to comment on this, to talk further on this, please reach out to me. I would love to talk about this more. And yeah, just go out in love and respecting one another and living your true, authentic self, joy-filled in love and light. Many blessings.